Hey folks, today we're out in the community of Rivercrest, and this is the final community on the south part of the Bow River. And Rivercrest is actually connected to the Willows, Riversong, and also it's directly across Highway 22 from Fireside. So check out this aerial view of the community now and let's talk about it. Now, Rivercrest is, like I said, on the south part of Cochrane, south of the Bow River. So if you come up Highway 22 and turn east on River Heights Drive, it'll take you right into where Rivercrest is. Rivercrest is going to be on the north-hand side of River Heights Drive, directly across the street from the Willows. Now, as you come into the Rivercrest on your left-hand side, and you'll see it over my left shoulder here and in the overhead, there is a big green space. Now that green space is a municipal school reserve parcel. And so what that is gonna allow for is in the future, once Rocky View does allot some funding to Cochrane area schools, there is a site reserved for a school in this community. Now, with Bow Valley High School being right beside the Willows across the street, I would expect that this future school site to be the home of a future Rocky View Elementary School. Now, when that school will actually come to fruition, who knows? It's all up to the Rocky View and the Alberta government to allot that funding. Now, Rivercrest itself is a smaller community. It's only 6 phases, and currently only 3 or 4 of those phases will be under construction, as on the west-hand side and the east-hand side of this subdivision, there is 2 privately owned parcels that will eventually become part of the community, however, are currently larger acreages that are acting as residential properties currently. Now, Rivercrest is a Qualico community, and they're known for some other award-winning communities such as Harmony, just west of Calgary by Springbank there. Right now, there's 5 builders building in the current phases. Those builders are Trico, Broadview Homes, Jansen Homes, Sloker Homes, and Sterling Homes. Now, with those 5 builders, they are currently building in 2 phases right now. Phase 1's almost done. Phase 2 and 2B are the 2 that are currently under construction. And as you can see behind me, I mean really under construction. So right now, the stripping and grading is done, lots are out, and homes are starting to be built. And so the actual completion is going to be a ways out. Now, the area I'm walking down right now is phase 2B, and you can see here all the services are in, the lots are set up, and these are more walkout style lots that are going to give you the views of that Cochrane Valley, which is awesome. You're going to get to see that green hillside, view across to where Glen Eagles is, see for the golf course, and just give you a great unobstructed view of the valley. Now, if you do buy a home that is on the southwest portion, you are going to be able to see past the community and actually see some views of the Rocky Mountains. Now, one small drawback to buying in a community like Rivercrest, and this is going to apply to any of the new build communities. Heartland's going to be a big one with their second half of that development, or Heritage Hills in some of the newer phases, is that you are going to have to live with years of construction beside you. So if you get in now and get in early while the prices are still low and it's easy to get in and there's lots of lots available, you are going to have to deal with your neighbors building houses for years to come. And if you buy a newer built home or a new home, you are going to have the expense of doing the rear landscaping yourself, as many builders do not offer the rear yard landscaping included in the purchase price. So just keep that in mind, that while there are some benefits, because buying in the first few phases of a community usually lead to some appreciation of property value as the community gets built out, you are going to have to deal with the drawback of some of that early construction for the first few years of you living there. So if that's a trade-off that you're willing to make, Rivercrest is going to be great because it's one of the newest communities with the most construction left south of the Bow River. And it'll stay that way for a few years until the summit of Riversong, which will be built just south of the existing River Heights Crescent area of Riversong, or until the South Bow Landing community on the other side or south side of the future James Walker Trail, it begins its construction. So for the next few years at least, this will be the one place where there is considerable new homes being built south of the Bow River in Cochrane. Now, for styles of homes in this community, obviously there's going to be a ton of single family detached front drive homes, and as you can see, many of them are almost a walkout, if not some with walkout potential just based on lot grading. And then the other ones are just going to be your standard flat lots. Now, there are a couple other options. Right along River Heights Drive, there is a bulk of properties, and you'll see it in the overhead here, there's a group of duplexes that are available right along the main strip, and those are gonna be rear-laned duplexes, so your garages are gonna be on the back. As well, there is a section of homes as you enter the community on the right-hand side, and I'll show you that here in the overhead, and this is a townhouse section. So these townhouses are gonna be accessed right off River Heights Drive, which is super easy to get into, but they actually have an internal roadway system or lane, as you can kind of see in the overhead here. And many of these units, if not all of them, do have an attached garage as the lower floor that's accessed off that rear lane area. Now, Rivercrest being beside Riversong really benefits from a lot of the decisions made on this whole area structure. So as part of my Riversong video, which if you haven't seen that, check that out here, there's over 100 acres of environmental reserve lands that kind of surround that Riversong area. Rivercrest actually borders the southern part of those lands. So Riviera is right down by the river, then there's your environmental reserve, and then there's Rivercrest. So the residents of Rivercrest will also have access to that environmental reserve lands, the pathway systems that run throughout Riversong and Precedence and go right down to the Bow River. So you're getting a smaller community with only 6 phases while still getting all of that natural area. So if you're a younger family looking for a smaller community where there's going to be potentially less street traffic in your actual subdivision because it is a smaller subdivision, this may be somewhere that is a really good fit for you and your family. Rivercrest also benefits from being south of the Bow River in Cochrane. And the benefits that they have there is that you can take Highway 22 south to Highway 1 and be in Canmore in 50 minutes, be in the Nakiska parking lot in 50 minutes, be in Banff and Sunshine in an hour and 15 minutes, and then you're only 25 minutes from the west side of Calgary. So this gives you quick and easy access to Kananaskis, Canmore, and Banff, but really quick access to the west side of Calgary. And you can take River Heights Drive, which connects to Bow Bend Drive, and that'll take you right into downtown Cochrane without ever touching Highway 22 or having to deal with the Highway 22 and Highway 1A interchange construction that'll happen for the next 3 years. So if finding a new built community is important to you without having to deal with the construction that Heritage Hills, Heartland, and some of the homes in Sunset Ridge is gonna have to deal with, this is gonna be a great option. And what makes that Riversong, Rivercrest, Willows, and Fireside area of Cochrane so desirable. Now right now there's multiple show homes because this subdivision is so new in its construction phases and that they're currently building in only phases 2 and 2B. There is multiple show homes from each builder available. So if you would like to come out, check out those show homes and maybe see a couple of the other homes for sale in the area, I encourage you to reach out. My contact information is in the description of the video below, and I'd love to bring you out here, take you on a tour of one of Cochrane's newest communities, and help you navigate moving to Cochrane, Alberta.